this is Vicki Jervicus at the Greater Gainesville Chamber of Commerce, and I'm so happy to welcome one of the candidates for our City Commission special election. This is Matt Howland, and he is running for that vacated seat for the election on November 16th. And we're going to give him a few minutes to introduce himself, and then I have some questions for him. So we're going to get a chance to get to know him a little bit better. So Matt, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Good. Okay, well, let's jump in and you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll move right into those questions.
Sure. Thank you. My name is Matt Howland, and I offer a fresh face with sensible ideas. I consider myself a pragmatist. I solve problems by seeking education from subject matter experts, and I speak with individuals who have an opinion opposite of my own. That's the only way I can assure myself that I'm not making decisions in a bubble, which I think is a dangerous thing to do. I was a public school teacher, a nonprofit founder. I worked in solar energy. I worked for the U.S. Army. Those are all forms of service to people or service to the environment. That's experience with City of Gainesville, Parks and Recreation, Alachua County School Board, support of the United States Department of Defense. I'm really proud of all those various forms of service to people in the environment. I'm running for City Commission because I believe the city needs new blood. And I think it's time that we get back to basics. That means that local government has the greatest impact on our day-to-day lives, and it should be focused on the hyper local things that affect our day-to-day lives. I don't have an agenda. I'm not bringing ideologies to the commission. I just like good people with big hearts and big ideas. I've knocked on almost 4,000 doors. In fact, once this recording is done, I'm going out and I will hit my 4,000th door today. And I can tell you the more doors I knock on, the more I want to do the job. And the only promises I'm willing to make are the things that I can control, which are my attitude and my effort. So I promise to always be positive and optimistic. I promise to carry myself in a manner that makes all of Gainesville proud. And I promise to work hard every day because I know no one will match my energy or my focus.
Fantastic. I feel for you going out and knocking doors today with the weather as it is.
Right.
Good luck. All right, well, let's jump into some questions and talk a little further. So the first question is, what do you perceive are the three most important concerns facing the city of Gainesville right now?
Great question. And this comes from my experience going out and speaking with the voters. Number one, it's utility rates and energy production. We're in a bit of a challenge where the city wants to pursue, voters in the city, they want to pursue renewable energy, and that's great. So do I. I love solar energy. I love renewable energy. But speaking with fixed income voters from every corner of this city, utility rate increases is a challenge that many residents in the city experience. So I think it's very important as we continue our pursuit of renewable energy that we do, taking incremental steps is okay. Let's make sure that we don't burden our citizens with continued utility rate increases in pursuit of renewable energy. So rate increases, that's number one. Number two, the country and certainly the city is experiencing a housing crisis. Pardon me, my phone rang. The city is experiencing a housing crisis just like the country is. And so as a community, we need to be able to come together and have conversations about how we can address the housing crisis. The housing crisis is caused by a couple things. Not enough inventory, where the houses are, and then certainly there's been this pandemic induced surge of housing prices. So as a community, we need to come together and have a civil debate over how do we want to address these challenges. I know the commission is proposing some stuff. I've knocked on doors in the single family neighborhoods that are being affected by some of these zoning changes. I respect the citizens of the city who have chosen to live in single family neighborhoods, and we should respect their decisions and do our best to protect the nature of single family neighborhoods. But we do need to have the conversation about how are we going to address the housing crisis. And Gainesville is going through some growing pains, just like a lot of cities are. But it's okay. Our ability to come together and have a conversation about it is what's most important. We can't dig our heels in. We can't be stubborn. We can't cause fights. We just need to keep coming back to the table and having the conversation. For my third priority, or actually, excuse me, the question was biggest concerns that the city is facing. There's a lot I'd like to talk about, but I'll finish with the way we do street design, because street design also goes hand in hand with housing and how we build neighborhoods. And so I think we're making great progress in street design. Urban planners, the term they use is complete streets. I talk about safe streets, but it's this idea that as we continue with street design, let's make sure we're building streets that contribute to safe transportation for drivers, but also safety for other people who use the streets, who have equal access to the streets. This means cyclists, runners, pedestrians. And also, most importantly, the good news is if we thoughtfully design our streets, not only can we improve safety, and really we don't have to slow down how long it takes to get to point A to point B all that much, but we can improve economic development in a lot of areas in this city, which is a really exciting thing. I think you think about the downtown area and the downtown corridor and the areas east of Main Street, we could experience tremendous economic growth if we just thoughtfully design our streets.
Very good. Okay, well, I think the next question will allow you to expand a little bit on that. And just to remind everyone, the candidates did not have the questions ahead of time.
Nope.
But so question 2 is, what would be your top priorities and projects if you're elected?
Yeah, okay. I'll talk about utility rates and pursuit of solar energy as a top priority, but I want to give credit to GRU right now. They are being good partners in trying to find more solutions to pursue solar energy. We've seen some solutions come before the county commission and the city commission in the last few weeks. I want to do everything we possibly can to keep moving in the direction of if you look at where we get our energy production from, if you look at it as a pie chart, I'd like to see the slice of solar energy grow. And we can do that in a responsible manner. I would love to help play a role in that. Number 2, absolutely with complete street and street design, with a focus on safety, but also a focus on economic development. We all know when we travel, when we visit other towns, other cities, and we're walking in the downtown area, or walking in the business district or the food district or the brewery district, we know what those streets look like to encourage the foot traffic and encourage people of all walks of life coming together to enjoy the community together. We know what that looks like. We can build that here. And something I'm really proud of that I don't really speak a lot about on the campaign trail because we have limited time. But I was part of the Gainesville startup scene, right? I was in the hub, I was in the accelerator programs. I would love to do more to support young or diverse entrepreneurs who are trying to start businesses in the city. And oftentimes there's just a little initial hurdle that these entrepreneurs need to get over, and a little bit of seed money, a little bit of investment money can help these folks start businesses and grow businesses. And we can put them in some of these great empty storefronts that we have lining University Avenue from 13th Street east to Waldo Road. There's tremendous opportunity to just invest in folks that want to help create businesses.
Very good. Okay. Question 3 is, the city of Gainesville has experienced unusually high turnover, both on the commission and with staff. What skills would you bring to this office that might make a difference there?
Yeah, great question. I love that question. This is 100% a business management question. So as I stated earlier, I've led teams ranging from 4 employees all the way up to about 100 employees and volunteers. I've created jobs. I've put people on payroll. This is absolutely an HR and business management decision. So there's a few things we can do. And they're all sort of the golden rule, right? We need to do a better job of treating others how we wish to be treated ourselves. We can take small steps every day to build camaraderie, build meaningful relationships with the people that we work with. And also, most importantly, we need to address the elephant in the room, which is there are some challenges to the structure of local government, which are creating hiccups in communication, the workflow of how policy is designed and implemented, right? I talked about this before with the amount of charter officers that we have. From a business perspective, if local government was a private business, we would be looking at the business operations and the business structure of how we get business done. And I think that's perfectly fair to examine that at City Hall. Are there things we can do to just improve the efficiency and effectiveness of staff? Because if we can achieve that, all of Gainesville will benefit.
Okay, very good. All right, next question. I wish I didn't have to ask, but I do. COVID-19 continues to present issues within our community and our state. What actions do you think we need to take locally to keep us moving forward?
Perfectly fair question. First and foremost, home rule. We must maintain home rule. I do not support efforts at the state level that are affecting our ability to make decisions locally for what's best for us. So at the end of the day, this question is pretty simple to me. I'm vaccinated. I'm proud to be vaccinated. I think being vaccinated is an important civic duty. I support our right to have mask mandates locally. There were periods this past year where we did not have mask mandates, and then periods where we did go into mask mandates. Those are home rule decisions, and we should be able to maintain our ability to make those decisions all year long. So we need to have our eyes and ears on Tallahassee and just make sure we're doing everything we can to protect our home rule.
Okay, very good. All right, and the last question is a direct one, I'm told. Why should members of the business community support you?
That's a fair question coming from the chamber. Experience. At the end of the day, it's experience. I am younger. I'm 35, right? But I do have pertinent business experience. I remember starting up my first business. I remember putting someone on payroll, how proud I was. I remember walking around my house on a Friday night with my wife, looking for things to sell on Craigslist because I didn't have the money to make payroll. I was down to one pair of pants. I had one pair of pants. They were green khakis that I got from Target for 96 cents. I wore those pants for 3 years. So I remember the struggles of being a small business owner. I remember the pride of being a small business owner. But at the end of the day, I have the experience of hiring, firing, HR, managing board of directors, managing insurance, managing benefits. I've been there, I've done that. And part of my platform has been, I'm very compassionate about a lot of issues. But at the end of the day, I am running on this idea that I believe City Hall could use a little more business experience. And that is precisely what I bring to the table.
Very good. Okay, well, those are the questions I had for you. So as promised, now it's your opportunity to bring us home and tell us anything else you'd like to about yourself.
That's great. I have a 10-minute closing statement.
Well, not that much time to bring us home.
No, it's really quite simple. Here's what it is. I believe that new ideas come from new people. I believe the challenges that our city faces are challenges of the future. And we need to make Gainesville resilient for the future. And this isn't just for the young population or one population or another. The whole city needs to be protected and resilient for the future. So these are challenges related to technology, connectivity, renewable energy, like we talked about, business development, street design, future development of the city. All these things need to be future, forward thinking, forward looking. We have a deep bench of talented adults in the city waiting for an opportunity to lead. We're ready. I'm ready. And at the end of the day, I believe we need new blood. And that's exactly why I'm running. So I represent new blood. I'm a fresh face. I have sensible ideas, and I want to get to work for all of Gainesville. So I'm asking all of Gainesville, every corner, to just give me a shot. And I am proud and ready to work for everyone in this city.
Thanks so much, Matt. It was great hearing from you, and the Greater Gainesville Chamber absolutely encourages everyone to take advantage of their right and get out and vote on November 16th. Thanks again, Matt.
Thank you.